professional, be on time, and be prepared. And those sound like complete common sense things, but they're important. They make you the person that you are. They get you hired and keep you from being fired. When I first moved to LA, I got Ernie Watts' number from my friend Abraham Laboriel. He said, you should talk to Ernie Watts. He's a great sax player. He works a lot, and he'll give you some, at least pointers to kind of point you in the right direction of making a living in this town. And Ernie Watts on the phone just said, be prepared anytime you walk in. Know the music, know what you're doing. Don't go in and just, I'll make it happen, or, don't disrespect the person's music. Don't disrespect the situation, be prepared. He goes, always be on time. It's respectful of people's time and their effort and what they're doing. So don't think it's just all about you and be in your, little world. And be professional. Know when it's appropriate to tell jokes to the promoter. Know when it's appropriate to be a diva, which is never, by the way. Know what's expected of you and deliver that with the best excellence that you can. I mean, I've hired great people for my band in the past. I hired a drummer that just had such a great feel. Everything felt good when he played. And he was a nice guy. He looked cool, the whole thing. You know what? He never learned the music correctly. I gave him a couple concerts and said, I need this from you. I need you to lead the band. I need you to know exactly where you're going and lead it. It never happened. I fired him. I had a bass player who was unbelievable, but he was always late. And time again, I mean, I've got to start things. We've got to catch planes. I've got to be able to count on you as a musician in my band. Had to say, I'm sorry. It's like you really do live and die by how professional you are. You can be the best player in the world. It doesn't matter. I mean, for my band, it's not only how well you play, it's about, can you hang in a tour bus for a month and not drive the other people crazy? Can you be on time and responsible so that I know I can count on you if you say you're going to be at a show and I book you a plane ticket? You're not going to go off and take some other gig or something and I'm going to be without a guitar player. It's all about that. So I rely as much on a person's professionalism, choosing them to work with me, as I do their musicianship. Number 8, it's all about the song. Early on, people told me, write. That's where you're going to make your money. I just thought, I'm a player, I'm a singer, I want to go out there, I want to rock out, I want to do my thing. But I did write. And I've got to say, after living a little bit of life in this business, it's great to get a song on the radio because you make money from that. Now, you also get the marketing. Say you didn't write that song. You still get the marketing of being the artist on the radio with the song, but you don't make the money that you'd make as a writer. And besides being a writer, say you don't write music, you're just a player. Choose your song wisely. There are a lot of great players. There are a lot of great artists, a lot of people who can convey a song. They wouldn't be anywhere without a great song. I mean, Madonna didn't become who she is because she's a great singer. She became who she is because she had great songs that she performed really well and sold. But without those songs, no one would know who Madonna is. Even great players in jazz like Miles Davis or John Coltrane, you know the songs they did. You know them by their songs, and those songs created the vehicle for you to know what a great player they were and for them to make their mark. But, you can always be a great player, a great technician, but the vehicle of a song is going to take you to your ultimate goal of getting it out there to the masses. Number 9, you are a brand and a commodity. And that may sound cold-hearted, but as artists, it's not just about creating your art and living in your own little world. Realize that you're a brand, and you've got to sit there and do a little soul searching to figure out what your brand is. You know, think about what makes you different. Think about what you represent, what your music represents, how you would like to be received in the world and why. And pine over it, you know? Think about it a lot. You look at artists who have done it well. Lenny Kravitz, he probably goes to the 7-Eleven in leather pants, full jewelry, and his hair just rocked out with his rock star glasses. That's his brand. I've never seen him, any picture of him, not done up. Same with Prince. He knows exactly what he's selling you. He knows his demographic. He plays to it. Look at Adam Sandler. I mean, he knows college-age guys. He's going to make all the funny little jokes and everything. He's an incredible businessman. He knows what people want, and he always has a great moral to the story, which, you know, is always a nice thing. But really search yourself. You know, whatever you put out to the public is your brand, your image. Do all the photos for your new record fit that image? Do you fit that image that you want to portray? Really important questions, because that's going to be the brand that you sell, that's going to carry you through and create your world. Number 10, my final piece of advice is scare yourself every once in a while. Doesn't have to be every day, but do something that's just out of your comfort zone every once in a while. It'll make you grow. Alanis Morissette had a song called You Learn, and there's a line in the song that says, I recommend biting off more than you can chew to anyone. I certainly do. I thought that was great advice. It's so hard to do because, you know, we all just want to stay in our comfort zone and do what's natural to us. But I've taken leaps in my career at points just because I put myself out of my comfort zone. An example is one of my first concerts as a solo artist. I was opening up for Al Jarreau. And after the show at the Beacon Theater, there were all these fans, most of them there for Al Jarreau. You know, I was just lucky enough to be in the room. But, you know, I was a brand new artist. My record had just gone #1. I was, you know, kind of a deer in the headlights. So afterwards, the fans came down for this meet and greet signing. And I got there before Al did. And I walked in the room, and all these fans, you know, they looked at me. And I didn't know what to do. I was excited. I thought it was great, but I was kind of taken back. Okay, hi. Al Jarreau walks in the room right after I do. Hello, how are you? And he just starts hugging people. He just, you know, comes up and, how are you? And shakes their hand and just is their best friend. And I just stood and watched. I just thought, wow, he's fearless. That's amazing. So the next meet and greet I had, I walked in and I just thought, I'm a little scared of everyone, but I'm just going to be Al Jarreau. So I just walked in. I was just like, hi, everyone. Didn't hurt a bit. It's fine. And it's amazing now. I'm not scared of that. I look forward to that every night. I get to meet everyone. Another example is getting called for the Backstreet Boys gig. They wanted a keyboardist, saxophonist, and a percussionist. I was incredibly competent as a keyboardist and a saxophonist. Percussion, but you know what? I wanted that gig. I needed that gig. And I figured, I can do this. I can do this if given the chance. I just have to brush up a little bit. So I quick got lessons. I called Ramon Islas and had him come over to my house and just put me through the paces. And you know, the first week of rehearsals, I was just in there. My hands were black and blue, but I made it happen. And I was scared to death to walk on stage in front of 60,000 people a night and do something I wasn't sure of. But you know what? A couple nights in, it was great. It all worked out. So, you know, I kind of continually learn that and grow with that. But I think it's good advice. Scare yourself every once in a while. Well, that's my top 10 things that you might not know, but that you know now. And I really hope it helps you. We're all in this together. It's all about creating great art and just being who you are as a musician, creating what's inside yourself. So I hope you learned something, and go out there, be who you are, be great at it, and good luck.